There are huge developmental changes in sleep that begin at puberty and continue through adolescence and into young adulthood at so many levels. So the first one we can think of is social. That probably makes sense to most of us. So, in the United States, many high schools start really, really early in the morning. I know the high school down the street from me starts at 6:45. And yet during adolescence, there's a circadian shift that happens normatively biologically, which means in every adolescent, there's this tendency to want to sleep a little bit later in the morning and go to bed a little bit later at night. And that happens on average for most adolescents. And yet during that same period, our society is telling them you have to get up even earlier in the morning to go to school. And so in some ways, we're even further exacerbating this difficulty with sleep debt in teenagers. So that's one piece that shifts during adolescence. And then we couple that with the fact that then weekends come, and for most of our adolescents, then they're able to sleep as long as they want during the weekend. And then of course, there are also these social shifts that are normative that happen during adolescence. So kids are more drawn to spending time with their friends and socializing with their friends. And so they have a desire to want to stay up later. There's also a drive for increased independence. And so they want to be out and doing things with their friends that oftentimes happens later into the evening. So it further exacerbates this problem of too little sleep. And then of course, there's the difficulty that we're seeing now with technology, that data show that most kids have a cell phone in their room or some form of technology in their bedroom, and that's a really important way for them to connect with other peers. And that most of that is happening at nighttime, which actually then even further eats into the time that they would be sleeping in order to optimize their health.